And good morning, people. Welcome back to Dragon Quest XI. The carnival is in full flow in Port of Wallor. Good for the town. The soldiers of Smile have been taken in by Don Rodrigo, who is Sylvando's father. Norberto, if you want to use Sylvando's real name, but we know him as Sylv. That's not going to change. Norberto is to his father. We've got access to the boat, sort of. Last time I did say that we could go to a lot of places. That's not actually true. I found out. I wanted to just check. Say, I went out to check where I could go next, and it's actually a lot more limiting than you might think. However, I do want to step into the casino briefly. Because we are in a new act, things have changed with the prices. I've still got the same amount of tokens. I'm not going to do anything here. So the first two pages pretty much exactly the same. I still can't believe that that's a Penta 7. But there's also a few new things. The Moth Mask Prophecies. It's only 1,000 coins, so I am going to buy this. There's not really anything major in here. Dread Daggers and Papillon Masks. Nothing too special, honestly. The other three things there, though, I might be tempted into later. Sainted Somas. This is a material item. I've got two of them, but you can get more through the casino. And I do believe they're wanted in some of the very high-end recipes later. So, got to keep them in mind that they are here. There's also the Liquid Metal Slime Helm. Liquid Metal Helm, which is absolutely one of the best helms in the game, I believe. They've protection against sleep, instant death, spell sealing, and a fair amount of defense as well. Yep, definitely something. And then there's the Metal Slime Sword, which, although itself isn't a great sword, it's good, it's not great. The bonus it gives, though, well, 95 attack is yeah, like I said, is good, is not great. There are better swords in terms of just sheer attack power. But the bonus +1 against metal monsters, that does include metal slimes. So if you're wanting to hit metal slimes a little bit more and do more damage later, these are the things to have. I think I'll be wanting maybe at least one, maybe two of them for later. But right now, I don't have the coins, and I'm not going to have them for a little while. But that's fine. Casino things will be coming along on later, with a lot more ease than what I can do them right now, actually. There's a little trick to them. But that is later. For now, we need to head over to the boat and show why it's a little bit more limiting than I first expected. And thank you to the new horse hailer, we can get there pretty quickly. Yes, there are still things sort of dotted around this place. Let's actually go through the area, through the hole in the wall. But I would like a few other people on my team before I can sort of go round and get that. I've got Hendrik and Silvando. For as good as they both are, having more would be nice. Salty Stallion has sprung a leak, and Darve is having to spend a while patching her up before it can sell again. So yes, our way is limited. The only place we've got left to go that we can actually reach is Mount Pang Lai, because over to the east a little bit of here, we can't go any further north than Heliodor. To the west over here, there's nothing to the west of Phenomenon and the Mini Medal Mansion Academy. We can't get to Nautica because, well, we don't have the boat, so we wouldn't be able to do anything there anyway. Plus, who knows what is actually the situation in that place. And there's no way down south except through the inland sea to Gondolia, Hotto, Gallopolis, and also no way to the northeast without the sea towards Rust, Dundrasil, and Octagonia. Not to mention Sniffelheim, all the islands on the outside. Yeah, without the boat, we just can't go anywhere. So, where I'm going to go is the Mini Medal Academy. I'm going to pick up all the quests here, we're going to see what those are, and then we're going to go north to Mount Pang Lai. There was, what, 5 quests? Yeah. We also still do need to be on the lookout for toggles. New ones have appeared in the areas, but we don't need to worry too much about that. They don't really move, so that's fine. We can collect them later as well. Once you become a gentleman refined enough to walk the halls of the academy, if I remember correctly, you need to have a whole lot of charm for this. Yeah, I believe you just need a whole lot of charm, and at the moment I've got 248. I think you need something like 300. So let's see if we can up that a little bit. Let's try the 248 and see if that is enough, but so it's not. Okay, So let's see what we can get. We can't get anything better than the platinum power sword that we've got here. Although we might be able to get something good with the with maybe the platinum platter or another one. $30 charm. No, we'll be. Bling bling belt works a little bit. Gold ring's not too bad. Weather earrings not too bad either. Let me see what I can do here. Well, had a little bit of a test about a few things, but none of them worked. So we're going to have to come back with something else, either a lot more charm, or there's an outfit that she is looking for in particular. Either one of them could work actually. Okay. Oh, so this person actually did succeed, but never actually picked up their diploma. Sure, no trouble at all. Crystal Kingdom of Sniffelheim. And Liliane. Liliane, we'll go with. Not that we can actually get to Sniffelheim at the moment, but it's something we can work on later. Okay, Hades Helm for this one. And it's the Cryptic Crypt. Again, not somewhere we can go immediately, but it's a place for later. Conchella? Try and solve her riddles. Okay. What sort of one single-handed sword sounds like you should pilfer it? And we need to equip it. Do I have? Bandit Blade? I don't think it's the Bandit Blade. I don't think I've actually got anything that counts for that, actually. Okay, so another one to work on. And there is one more quest in this area. Of course, we do need to find it. When night falls. Okay, that's easy enough. What time is it now? Just coming up to dusk. Let's see if we can rest until nightfall. Apparently not. We can only do it during for overnight. So I will be back when I can get it to night time. Oh no, I don't want to buy a Hypno Whip. You don't actually have anything new, do you? Yeah, I'm going to go and turn it to night at one of the rest spots, and I'll be back. Bum 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 bum. Okay, we are back at night. Is that the person here? Because don't remember this quest person. Hello, Rose. Okay, so what do you want for your wish to come true? Find a treasure left behind by Maxie Van Bloom. Don't know what the treasure is, so it's one of those hunting sort of things. Glitters like the setting sun on the ocean waves, more precious than the purest gold. Taking it to her grave, which is somewhere in Zwardsrust. So, not another. Well, it's another quest that we cannot do because we can't get to Zwardsrust at this moment in time. That's fine. But we've got all 5 quests here. So, that says to me, let us head out to Kostovolov's campsite, turn it back to day because I sort of want to go up in the day, and head over to Mount Panglai. So let's get on our horse and head north. It's only a short trip for sure, but that's fine. We're right here. Plus I get to knock over a few monsters on the way. That's always fun. I'll get my comeuppance, I'm pretty sure, at some point. So Mount Panglai. It's a little bigger than you might think. We are walking up, and there's quite a few monsters. And a couple of sparkly spots. So, let's get started. Gleeful Grublins.
Victory will be ours.
With a whole load of gold on them, it seems.
Fabulous.
Sylvando is going to be very helpful here. Yes, I do have the heroes that can heal, but Sylvando is much better at it. Hendrik can also heal, but Sylvando is much better at it.
We did it, darlings.
So that is very good on my part. The only small issue I have is I don't know how many actual treasures are in this area.
Accept your fate.
And I won't know because we have to remember that Eric is not with us. We don't have access to Nose for Treasure.
Victory.
But at the very least we can have a look around in the corners and see what we can pick up. Spellbound Bell, not bad. Those are becoming much more common now, so I'm not expecting too many more recipes to be available for them that use them. Vicious Orchid, pretty much exactly the same as the one before, just more vicious. So 5 more enemies. Yeah, there had to be something over here. You wouldn't put an outcropping like this unless there was at least a chest or a sparkly spot over there.
Accept your fate.
Let's get rid of this gleeful goblin first. Gleeful grublin. And the lump shamans can go along for the ride later. Oh, you know Fuddle, do you? That's actually quite bad. It's not terrible, but it's not. It is still bad. Blaze of Glory. That ups attack power at the expense of defense for both the hero and Hendrik.
Victory!
Alright, any more enemies sort of floating around? Let's actually get round the bunnies, shall we? Not missing anything in this corner, am I? No, it doesn't look like it, but could have hidden a treasure chest in there. And before we open up the campsite, let us go grab this sparkly spot over here. Diamond. I'll certainly take one of those. So we're just going to rest up until sunrise and then make our way further up the mountain. Yeah, this is how that Mangle Grove spot should have been that I mentioned a little while back, but oh well. Still 4 more enemies. Dragon Rider, we are actually going to have to fight one of those because well, there happens to be a rideable mount here.
Score one for the good guys.
Which is quite important because we actually can't move on without it being there. Do want to check the ways up or down as well, because there are enemies that are... Sorry, not I think there's chests that are sort of in the middle. Rock bomb shard. And let's see what this enemy is. Ah, just a standard old rock bomb. And since, well, we are just about to lose this, let's drop it on the rock bomb.
Here, honey.
Okay, let's head up further. No chest on this side. Not on this one. Jug of fresh water, that's not too bad. And we do have a number of other ones. Can I actually get to them? Still need to be looking on the lookout for chests, though. Oh, yep, I can. Mithril ore, more mithril ore, and an enchanted stone. That's actually not too bad. Mithril ore will likely be coming into play soon for equipment. I wouldn't be too surprised. And we can't take our dragon friend through, so out we go. The Mount Panglai slopes. And we can get to Angri-La. Is that a play on Shangri-La? Yes, it is. Summit tunnel and back to the base cave if we wanted it. And there is an item at night. Let's take you, have you, please. Oh wow, I didn't expect both of them. Anyways. Honeyhead Hawk Knights. Confusion Stingers. Well, we have something for that. It is Sober Slap, isn't it? Yes.
Snap out of it.
And yeah, let's just get Helichopter out.
Not bad at all.
So we do get the Hawk Knight as a mount again, which I don't think it serves too much of a purpose in this particular instance. It's just a means to get around a little bit easier. I don't think there's anything that it gets you. Doesn't mean we're not going to hide it. Mostly though, first up, this dragon. The Boreal Serpent.
Accept your fate.
A little bit bigger, a little bit tougher. Frizzwiz. Okay, we're going to see that when it gets to Sylvando just about to lose Pep. We're definitely going to need a hustle dance soon though.
Our triumph was never in doubt.
Quite a lot of experience for a single enemy, but that shouldn't really be a surprise, should it? How are we doing on enemies? We still have 2 enemies left. One is most likely to come out in the evening. Maybe both of them. I'll definitely take this chest though. More dragony designs. Dragon's Banes, Worm Fangs, Dragon Shields, Dragon Mail. Not too bad. And we're just going to ignore everything else because we're up here at Angri-La. Oh, yep, you can. It does take you over here. You do need it to get the Enchanted Stone, which is over there. Anything over in this corner? Yep. Staff of Anti-Magic. Just sitting there here on its lonesome. Okay. And we're not allowed to go in there without the High Lama's permission. That's fine. We'll stop off at Angri-La then.
Temple on top of a mountain. What connection could a place like this have to the luminary?
Height.
It certainly benefits from divine protection of some kind. Yggdrasil fell to earth not far from here, yet the temple buildings escaped entirely unscathed.
I know that face. That man is a knight of Heliodor. Heliodorian swine! You think that your blockade will break us? Think again. The disciples of Angri-La are made of sterner stuff, as you will soon see.
What in the... These movements must be intended to confound us. Be on your guard. They may attack from any angle.
Enough! All of you! Is this how we treat visitors? As your High Lama, I order you to stand down.
Your Holiness, these people are not visitors. They are soldiers of Heliodor. We cannot be sure of their intentions.
Soldiers of Heliodor, you say?
Well, one of us is.
The tall one, perhaps. But his young friend does not look like a military man to me. I sense a great power within you. Tell me, young man, are you the Luminary?
To be perfectly honest, we was. At this stage, it's a good question.
Do not try to hide it. The strength of your soul radiates from every chakra.
Incredible. He divined your true identity with a single glance.
How long we have waited for this day. Please, you must forgive my disciples' discourtesy. Their training is incomplete. Welcome to Angri-La, honored luminary. It would please me if you would join me in the High Hall at the top of the temple. We have much to discuss.
Strange child, but remarkably perceptive for one so young. There is more to him than meets the eye, that much is certain. Well, we have come this far. We might as well make our way to this high hall of theirs, see what he has to say.
Well, he wouldn't have been given the title of High Lama without it meaning something. Another one of Yggdrasil's gifts. But yes, if we look on the map, it is pretty much right next to where Yggdrasil fell. This place has a connection to the Luminary and Yggdrasil. As I said, it might just be height, elevation. The closest point you can get to, or are allowed, that you can see Yggdrasil clearly, might be as simple as that. Obviously, they wouldn't send us here if it wasn't. It was that simple. We're here for a reason. Battle dress. I want one of those. If anything, just because of the outfit, but 5% chance of roomfall effect when battle begins. That's actually not too bad. And of course, defense, attack, evasion, charm. Overall, pretty decent. You can't raise it up though. It is set at a standard. You can't put it to +1. Night Cleaver. Currently that's 13 less. And we can gain 6 points of attack. That's not really enough to change out so far. Spirit Staff, Cavalier Axe, Ice Axe, Magic Shield, Magic Hat, Iron Headgear, Magic Armor, Wizard's Robe, Talk of Truth, which prevents, or it gives a bit of protection against bedazzlement, and the standard stuff. So just the battle dress for the moment. I'm not doing a major search round for all the items in here. I'm going to do a little one, but we are going to be here, there and coming back and everything like that later. So yes, it's fine if I don't pick up everything now. I don't believe there were actually any major sparkly spots in this area. But there are a number of chests and items and things like that. And we also can't forget all the books that we can read, hopefully to get some recipes. Don't go hungry. The local delicacies of Angri-La. Gale about town, Port of Valor. And a pot. Well, yeah, I do want that. Surprised it's in the pot there and not in the cupboard. There's our save point. I think this just takes us down to the item shop area. Yeah. So, up the next set of stairs. Make sure I'm not missing any items along the way. And this is the upper level, the High Hall.
I welcome you once again to Angri-La, honored luminary. As I believe you know, it is my privilege to serve as High Lama of this most sacred temple.
I am to address you as Your Holiness, correct? Might I ask what you and your people know of my companion?
Why, everything, of course. We have awaited his coming ever since the day he entered this world, in the castle of Dundrasil.
Waiting for him? What do you mean?
I mean exactly what I say, nothing more. Tell me, do you recognize the symbol on this banner?
That's the symbol
It
of
is
light.
the emblem of Dundrasil. Since the Age of Heroes, the princes of that nation have come here to train with us for 6 years of their youth. Your young friend was born a prince of Dundrasil. Thus did we expect him to come here as a boy and study under the great Grand Master Pang. Sadly, that was not to be.
So if fate had been kinder, you would have spent a good part of your childhood here. What of his tutor, this Grand Master Pang you speak of?
When the Lord of Shadows brought the World Tree low, the Master set out to summon a magical mandala to protect the temple from destruction. The spell succeeded, but its power was too great. Grand Master Pang did not return.
A noble sacrifice indeed.
Now that the Master is gone, it falls to me to guide you. Come to the Field of Discipline. It lies behind this hall. There is something you must see.
It is a shame that the Grand Master cannot be here. I would have liked to meet one so noble. Come, let us see what His Holiness has in store.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain. Yeah, that's the emblem of Dundrasil, but I'm pretty sure that stands for it's also the symbol of light, which sort of makes sense because Dundrasil, I believe, is the home of all of the luminaries, the ones that are born on and have lived. Not entirely certain, but that's what I might think. We are going up. Yeah, we're meant to go out the back. But, there's a room here. And rooms usually have books, items, and things like that. The Sutra of Angri-La. And on the nature of the naughty stick. Anything else in here? Anything on the other side of the doors? Well, yes. But nothing too exciting, just a file of magic water. Shouldn't let it be a miss that I haven't missed the connection, and now that Grandmaster Pang's name has been said, we know who had been searching her out, and maybe she's not as gone as the people here realize, because a certain member of our band did go out to search for her to continue their training.
Beyond those doors lies the field of discipline, where students of Angri-La strive for enlightenment. Before we tread upon this hallowed ground, let me tell you a little of our history, and of the luminary of legend himself, Erdwin. Before setting out to defeat the Dark One, Erdwin came to our temple to learn from the Wise Ones, who made their homes here even then. The first Grand Master, Ai, accepted him as a disciple, and trained him in the secrets of spiritual realization. But he did not train alone. During his time here, he met someone who would change his fate forever.
Who was this person?
Another of Ai Yi's disciples, a young mage whose talent outshone that of all who had come before. A man named Morkant. Erdwin and Morkant would train together every day, each striving to outstrip the other. Though they were fierce rivals, they became firm friends. When their training was complete, Morkant joined with Erdwin in his quest to slay the Dark One. Without Morkant's magic, he might never have prevailed. Before setting out, they carved an inscription into this stone, a pledge of eternal friendship. It has been a treasure of ours ever since.
Morkant. I have not heard the name before.
Now allow me to show you to the field of discipline, if you would be so good as to follow me.
We two sworn companions, Erdwin and Morkant, do hereby pledge to lay low the Dark One, though it costs us our very lives. May this pact stand from now until eternity. So the field of discipline. If I remember correctly, there's absolutely nothing out here. But just to be sure. Yep, that looks good.
Welcome to the field of discipline. Since the age of heroes, many a would-be warrior has spilt sweat and blood upon these flagstones. If your karma had been different, this is where you would have trained under Grand Master Pang, like all the princes of Dundrasil before you. I have brought you here so that you might stand in the footsteps of your ancestors. An unbroken line leading all the way back to the Age of Heroes. Even your grandfather, Lord Robert, completed his training here. The memory of his achievements shall live long in the temple's memory.
His achievements?
Pang was a harsh master. With this implement, disciples whose efforts were lacking were given motivation, directly to their fundament. It became known as the Naughty Stick. During the course of his 6 years of tuition, your grandfather's right honourable posterior was paddled an unprecedented 10,000 times.
Wow.
The tale of Lord Robert's road to enlightenment lives on to this day. Every disciple knows that he must focus at all times, lest he face the same fate.
A legendary achievement indeed.
You are worried for your grandfather, yes? Do not be. Lord Robert overcame every challenge set for him by the Grand Master, and emerged stronger every time. The fall of the World Tree would not have been enough to extinguish one so resilient. He is alive. I sense it. Tonight there will be a modest feast in the High Hall to celebrate your long-awaited arrival. We would be greatly honored if you would join us. We may not be able to aid you as we would have done were Master Pang still with us, but in this respect at least, we can provide.
So, eat, drink, dance, until the morning.
Awake at last, hmm? It is high time we were on our way. If the Grand Master was still alive, perhaps we might have learned something to help us in our fight against the Lord of Shadows. Sadly, it was not to be.
Doesn't mean we can't say goodbye. And why are we in Grandmaster's chamber? Okay. Also, you might have noticed that Sylvando isn't in a lot of these cutscenes. That is because, well, he was in the first one down the bottom, but that's mostly because he isn't actually required to do this. You can come here before going to pick up Sylvando from the Sham Sauvage and Phenomenon. So yes, don't expect a lot of interactions with Sylvando here. This is mostly going to be the hero and Hendrik. So if there's nothing left here, I don't know where we're going to go next. Because we haven't really learnt anything.
And the hermit? What news of him?
Forgive us, Your Holiness. The monsters on the mountain path were too strong. We were unable to reach him.
I see.
Your Holiness, is there a problem?
Yes, Sir Hendrik. I fear there is. You see, 2 weeks ago a hermit visited us, unannounced. Then just as suddenly departed for the top of the mountain.
Alone? Whatever for?
That I do not know. The moment he heard that Master Pang had passed away, he ran from the temple. He was last seen climbing the path to the summit. The mountain has become infested with monsters, emboldened and strengthened by the rise of the Lord of Shadows. It is a perilous place indeed. This being so, I dispatched a group of disciples to return him to safety. As you can see, things did not go quite as planned.
I have trained all my life for a moment such as this, and yet I have failed in my first true test. I have brought shame upon Angri-La.
Might we be able to offer some assistance?
I thank you for your kindness, but you are guests here. I cannot ask you to undertake such a dangerous task.
A knight of Heliodor does not abandon an innocent in need. These people have shown us great kindness. It is only right that we do them a kindness in return. Would you not agree?
Actually, yes. They've taken us in, they've given us food, they've let us rest. We might not have got a whole lot of information, but we need to repay it.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart, but I cannot allow you to bear this burden alone. I shall come with you. We must depart for the summit of Mount Panglai without delay. After exiting the temple, we will take the path to the east in order to begin our ascent.
So, to the summit we go. Hello, random quest appearing out of nowhere. Okay. What pet power are you wanting us to use against a monster then? Slay one of the boreal serpents that are on the power path during the day. That's fine. And we must use Blaze of Glory before winning. Blaze of Glory is Hendrik and the hero, isn't it? Yes. And both of them have to be pepped up. So, yes, it is going to be something I do. Again, once I can manipulate pet power a little bit easier, once I've got more characters, it would be easier to deal with. But that's the only quest for now here. Next time, let's go to the summit and figure out what's happening with that hermit. yeah, until then, have a wonderful day. Have lots of fun. Goodbye.